Hey y'all, what's going on? So this is a direct upload. It'll probably stop and start. I will start trying to do more videos. We'll be doing more videos on my on the camera that y'all chose for over here. As soon as I get this, I forgot what it is. Mojo's giving me this thing to bring the file down where it won't take me as long to upload the video. So I am going to use that camera. So don't be upset. Like, damn it, we was wanting you to do, and y'all not gonna be able to hear me on this shit. Hold up. Damn, I don't know if y'all, yeah, y'all gonna be able to hear me a little bit better. Okay, so, y'all know, I'm almost afraid to even talk about it, because if y'all can't hear me, and I talk about this damn reunion, Lord. Anywho, so it's about the reunion. Before I get to that though, let me say this, because one of my loves has been with me for a long time. One of my sisters, Lydia Joy, wrote me and said somebody's on your video about the camera saying some crazy ass shit. She didn't say that, but that was what it pretty much boiled down to. So I went and y'all, I don't know who the fuck this broad is. If it's a woman, what the fuck ever. I don't know what that was about. I don't even know what to say. I really don't want to give this person no time, and I'm not going to go in and read, because girl, whoever you are, boy, whatever, I don't even know who you are. Anywho, for those who seen it, y'all, I wasn't even at church Sunday. It's just, y'all pray for me because I wasn't there. This child said I was in church. Baby, where was I at on Sunday? Babe? Babe! Damn, I thought he was still in Brittany's bathroom. I was asking you where I was at on Sunday. Supposed to be? But where was I? I thought I was here. I don't know what the fuck. Anywho, y'all don't know what the fuck that was, and I can't even figure it out trying to read and go back and look at comments. Anywho, so y'all overlooked that. I did block them, but I hadn't seen it because one of my loves on the Facebook page said, much love, do you ever block people? Yeah, if I see that shit, but a lot of times, I don't know, I don't usually have to go in and really do a lot of blocking or whatever. So y'all, anywho, I don't know who the fuck that is or who they are or whatever. But off of that. Now, so let's talk about the reunion. I wasn't like over thrilled or nothing like that. I wasn't like, yes. You know what I'm saying? They brought they really got to the bottom of everything, like Mona was trying to say. Ultimately at the end, they had changed. Had the motherfucking thing changed. I will say, and let me say this, Miss Erica, bitch, you came and brought the pain. Your mug was beat. You looked absolutely, y'all, I told you, Erica just has that look effortlessly. She's got it. Now, outside of that, I have to give it to Hasleen, because she did the damn thing, her hair and all of that. That color looked nice on her. And the rest of them was okay. Carly Red, I don't know where you was going, to a ball or whatever. Rashida, y'all know she ain't my favorite bitch no more, but I ain't gonna be like she looked a mess. She didn't. Her hair looked absolutely gorgeous. I don't know that I was a fan of what she had on, but her face looked good. Her hair was beautiful, and all of that. And for the most part, they look nice. Okay, y'all. And let me say, and y'all, I am a fan of Funky Deneva. Y'all, a couple of y'all have asked me, honey, y'all are late. I've been watching My Hair Is Laid like her. Funky Deneva gets me together. Her, and I was so happy to see Funky Deneva on there as a person to ask the question. I really wish they would have chose Funky Deneva to ask the question, but Mona, being the controlling broad that she is, and wanting to portray that this shit wasn't meant to be this way and it wasn't scripted so bad, she had to be the one to sit on the throne as the reigning queen, I guess. Okay, so let's see. What do we want to go into? Let's see. K. Michelle, boo-boo. Let's go ahead and get into. Okay, so K. Michelle is sitting there, and her and Carly Red, they gonna trade words and this and that and other. K. Michelle is just not over the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Not over, but she's steady saying, honey, your Wikipedia page and how old you are and her ass and this and that and other, because the question was asked, wasn't any work done? K. Michelle said she had her teeth done. She might have said something else. But she, you know, kept it funky with what she had done. Hosleen, she said, honey, I had my breasts done and my teeth. This ass is not fake. They had already asked the question, was she a man or whatever? And she was like, Mona, you seen it. You seen me piss on the stick, girl. You seen my coochie, which was what it boiled down to. Mona was like, yeah, you know, you do got the parts, but Mona, honey, just a flash, baby. Just because, you know what I'm saying, you said you seen that Hosling was pregnant. I'm going to pay it and let it go. You know, it is what it is. If she was pregnant, then it is a woman. But just a side note, honey, just because you see the part there, okay. Yo, really? So somehow, is this one I'm trying to think. Yo, it was just so willy-nilly the way it was done. I was glad that they wasn't in separate rooms like Love and Hip Hop, the original one. So K. Michelle and Carly Red's kind of into it, and K. Michelle's alluding to her neck being wrinkled, her age, and you know, they were showing the shots where she was messy. You know, Mona was like, basically, they were saying that you was messy. And Carly, honey, you was messy. I don't know what show you was looking at or what show you thought you was on. But, girl, you was messy. She was messy as hell, y'all. She kept on telling little shit, doing little shit. Carly, you made your damn self look bad for real. And now you trying to save face, girl, and there's no face to be saved, honey. You know. You know, and you was asked and it came up and apparently, you know, family, they like, yes, she got a daughter, but yeah, who doubted that you had a daughter? The point is people are talking about the age of your daughter and you keep pumping it like, you know, you a certain, I don't know. I think you're a little older than what you're saying, but, you know, I could be wrong on that just like they could be wrong. With that being said, let me ease over here to Miss K. Michelle. K. Michelle, honey, this issue that you have with women who are older, pray to God that you live to be whatever age you're calling her. Now, girl, you are my girl. But I'm going to need you to get up off that age shit. Be blessed, and I will say this to anybody, you blessed if you live to see any year. And whatever age she is, if she really did have talent, which she don't, if she was singing or whatever, there is no age limit to talent, even though she don't have any. As far as that's concerned. But this whole thing about look at your neck and you alluding to, was it Rosa Parks? Or what did you say? It was just in bad taste, whatever name you used, because it was either Rosa Parks or the Underground Rebel. Something, child, I just forget, and you was just all wrong for that. You know, just saying that. And these outbursts that you seem to keep having, you know, anybody can be bipolar or whatever. Okay. But you keep harping on this age shit and this Wikipedia page. Let me just get you together, honey. Wikipedia ain't shit. And half of that shit is false. You know, so if that's all you got to throw at her and that's all you gonna say every time, then shut up and don't say a word. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to need you to come with some new shit. Now, girl, I really hope to see y'all. Y'all, by the way, K. Michelle will be here in Kentucky, Louisville, and September the 22nd. So I hope to give me a minute or something. I would love to. Anywho, so she's going back and forth with her. Carly Red's like, get this bitch some Jack and Coke. Because she must need a drink, and they call them bitches back and forth, and this and that and other. And it's just like, oh, I just want K. Michelle, I understand her anger because Carly was wrong, but just for a minute, I want her to pause for a minute and really focus on what it is that she really does want to do. Yes, she do want to get it out that she was, you know, beaten or whatever. But, girl, we 3 years in and are better. It doesn't change the fact that it happened, and I'm glad that you're doing stuff to help ladies with domestic violence and all of that. I think that is a wonderful and positive thing. Now, since I'm talking about that, let me just go on and get into you and Miss Rashida's argument. Which Rashida, bitch? When did you get so motherfucking jazzy like you tough? You had the nerve to jump up like you weren't gonna get your motherfucking head split. I hope you didn't thank your husband in that tight motherfucking bodysuit suit. Because it looked like a bodysuit on him. I don't know. You was awful jazzy, and what K. Michelle said was, yes, after Moni asked the question, yes, it was like we was becoming friends and this and that and other, and it is what it looked like. But K. Michelle said, but when the show started airing this and that and other, it was like you couldn't stand the heat. You start pulling away as if to say, you, once they seen you, it seemed that you wasn't just all about them, Toya, and that's who I'm talking about, and the dude. Like, you changed. You didn't want them to think, well, I'm on her side, I'm there for her, whatever. What you was on her side. I mean, you was, girl, and this whole thing about, I don't really think it happened, bitch. Who are you to say that? Who the fuck are you? And yes, she hit the nail on the head. You did let another bitch disrespect your husband, so don't come on talking about that never happened, bitch, waka fuckers, big manly man bird pig ass mama. Talked about your husband to you bad, and then you brought him in and she talked about him again in his face and yours. So I don't know where you was going with that. Like she said, the boss bitch must have left or whatever, and you steady pumping this boss shit. She said you was getting checks, and she was like, I sure was getting checks. Well, bitch, I ain't mad at you for that, because we all know that you still on that underground type of level or whatever. Okay, so you went on to say that K. Michelle said, I left. Unlike her, who they left, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just, you know, didn't want her no more. Then Rashida's like, no, I left on my own. Girl, boo, as thirsty as you are right now for a motherfucking I guess label or whatever, or somebody to have you, bitch, do you really want me to believe that you left on your own accord, bitch? No, ma'am, I won't. Just like you said you don't believe K. Michelle, and you have that right, bitch, I don't believe you. Anywho, so they kind of have words, and I like the fact that K. Michelle had her outburst, but she didn't jump up, which kind of made me think, now, girl, this kind of different from you. What, they got your ass taped to the couch? Because this bitch then got up, and then when you sat up, she was like, yeah, let's set up. And she sat up, and I'm like, oh, this is a new motherfucking Rashida. And then when the bitch got up like she was coming for you, I guess she knew they was going to keep you from getting at her ass. What? Stunt queen? Girl, boo, you wasn't going to do a motherfucking thing. Then your husband had some sideways shit to say. But what you need to do as a man, let women handle women's shit. Other than, I guess you felt like you was brought in when she said that somebody disrespected you, which she did. And she never said it. Your ass was disrespected on the show. Whatever you might think happened, honey, yeah, I'm not buying that. Okay. So then, let's see. Now, where do I want to go to? And y'all, let me pause for a minute for the calls, because today I was on Twitter, and Kevin, shout out to Kevin in the Scorpion Show. He posted something on Twitter. I don't know the channel or whatever, but I think I seen Jermaine Dupree, couldn't get it out, and some other guy, whatever, and they was showing Mimi watching the reunion show backstage, which I seen the background because it was the same background she had when she was on Skype and they was doing the live and letting fans do questions on VH1, which I don't know why I didn't try to get in on that, but anywho. So she's there, oh dude, and it's just a minute, because Mimi, girl, you seem to want to, you said, like, I'm the only one, and you said that shit on the stage too, like, I'm the only woman that's been cheated on, I'm just being real, and it's after, this is my life. That ain't even a motherfucking point. And like I left a comment, bitch, and I said, bitch, you was a stupid bitch on and off the show. You was with him long before y'all did the show. You was taking his shit. Why do you keep fucking wanting to push it that you, girl, he been cheating on you, and you been knowing it. Quit telling this story about y'all might have been on and off, which y'all probably was on and off for 15 years. But girl, that don't change the fact that when it first came on, you said he's up to tomfoolery and he do all kind of shit. So now while you backpedaling, bitch, you been taking this shit. Acting like I'm real, I'm the only one who will, saying I ain't the only one been cheated on. No, bitch, you're not. But you the only bitch I ever seen sit up and let a motherfucker do you the way he did you. Stop trying to grandstand, bitch, like you this special bitch, like you the motherfucking exception, bitch, you're not. And this is where I need to give a shout out to Hosleen, because whatever a motherfucker might think about Hosleen, I gotta respect that bitch on just the fact that she say what the fuck's on her mind. She mean what the fuck she say. She don't change her motherfucking swag, nor the way she feel, talk, or anything else for no motherfucker. Mimi, bitch, you trying to make it seem like you would never tolerate some of this shit this EB is putting down. Bitch, yes you are. And not, and Hosleen's like, yes, he's a liar. He's a this and that and other. That's what the fuck he do. But as long as he keeps shoveling me that dick and we trying to make money, I'm cool. But what you do, brand new bitch, I don't know, and in front of me, he was like, bitch, she's not the first motherfucker. I'm just saying. You trying to, and yes, bitch, you got a cleaning service. Okay, bitch, all you need is a motherfucking, first let me get you together. I know because I pulled my husbands together. You need a little bonded insurance, bitch. Get you a couple of vacuum sweepers, some cleaning products of choice, bitch, and just go out there and start bidding. Bitch, don't try to make it seem like you so fucking grand. You may be doing it on a grand motherfucking scheme or whatever because of who you might know through him when he was on top or whatever. But bitch, come on. I've been a self-sufficient bitch. Well, a self-sufficient bitch, for real, I don't know, maybe you needed the coins or whatever, might not have went on this motherfucking show. Maybe. Sick of you. Trying to act like you this grand a bitch. You never would have put up with that. Bitch, you been putting up with it. Bitch, you been the motherfucking floor mat. Man, you been that motherfucker he's talking about on the bus. Bitch, you been riding his motherfucking bus since he got the bus. Her, you gonna take whatever the fuck he gives you, bitch. And I wouldn't be surprised if after you made that video, when you said to all you bitches and this and that and other, that you wasn't going to fuck him right after that. Quit that bullshit. Quit it. And your weave had been tightened together, bitch. You fell off on that one. And I'll be the first to raise my hand since you said I don't care if fat bitches, this bitch, whatever, whoever thinks or whatever. I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say I'm a fat bitch that think you a dumb bitch. Okay? Anywho. Off of that. I just had to pause on that one. Okay. So, now we done got K. Michelle and Rashida shit out of the way. Let's see. Did I say that Carly Red said she do have a daughter, which was a responsible thing? Whatever the reason is, it was responsible what she said. That I don't want my daughter involved in this. And respect her for that. You know, Mona asked the question, but I do like the fact that Mona left it alone instead of saying, well, you know, by saying her age, don't give her name or whatever, which she could have, and I'm glad she respected her on that. Okay. Now, who do I want to go to? Let's go on, since we're talking about Mimi and Mimi, bitch, I done already kind of talked about you. The question was asked. Hosleen pretty much said that, she keeps saying, I love Mimi. You know, like, I think what she's really meaning is, I don't have a problem with Mimi. I'm sorry that this happened. And just like you said, Mimi, I'm the only bitch keeping it real. But really, bitch, you're not. Hosleen kept it all the way motherfucking funky. And she said, we just two women that was in this situation. You know, or whatever. But you know, she like, we ain't got to hate each other now. I agree with you, Mimi, because it seemed to me like Hosleen would be okay with y'all having a threesome or whatever the case may be. Which I wouldn't be surprised if y'all hadn't already. But she's like, you know, if when I'm with Stevie, I love her child, this and that and other, because if you know, I felt where she was coming from. Oh, girl sitting there the whole time, she's kind of like, you know, the whole bit that she do, and you know any minute she gonna give you a motherfucking I got a dream speech, because, bitch, it always seemed like you doing a poem or, you know, bitch, you just, oh, and I'm just so, and I'm, girl, stop. You speak with stature, bitch, but you don't act with stature, okay? Anywho. So, that whole thing goes down. Stevie is kind of them talking, and then they bring Stevie up, and they have Mimi and her friend, which, girl, was you getting ready to go skate or something? The whole nude shit, just the nude in the dress, your hair and your makeup was, you know, she's really pretty, Mimi's friend. But I don't know where you was going with that outfit, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. Stevie is over on the side with Hasleen while they talking. Hasleen saying what she's saying, and it comes up whether Hasleen was really, well, no, I didn't get to the pregnancy thing, not pregnancy, but whether he thought it was really his or not or whatever. At one point, Hasleen was like, and Mimi, you know I was pregnant by him. Mimi's like, which I feel her on that, how the fuck she know? You know, for real. Just cause, I mean, you could have been screwing him and somebody else. You know. So, when Stevie goes over to the other side of the couch, cause he gets mad at what Hasleen is saying and tell him to shut up and this and that and other, and she's like, I'm gonna check him. I'm gonna tell him this and that and other. Keep doing what I'm doing, you know. Oh, girl takes that opportunity. Stevie gets over and there's no love lost between him and Mimi's friend. And he's saying, you chatted up saying this and that and other. She's like, you ain't never been there for her. And you, bitch, you was a little emotional on that. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Bitch, I think you want Mimi. I really do. But you may not, you know what I'm saying? I can't say 100% because I ain't been amongst you bitches. But I have seen the show and it just comes out that way. And he's got a disdain for her, and he calls it the peanut gallery and this and that and other. She steady turning around. Mona's like, hold it, wait a minute, because everybody's trying to talk or whatever. Which I guess ultimately at the end of the motherfucking day, Stevie said he got love for Mimi. He got love for Hasleen. This is his bus. Like Hasleen said, let's get this motherfucking money. You know, which is basically where she's at with it. Yes, I love the sex, and like she said, the money and the sex, she's there for. You know. So then they had a conversation about whether she was, you know, which they had that before, saying that, you know, whether she was pregnant or not. And there was a whole bit of Mona, you seen me and you seen Michael JJ and this and that, whoop, whoop, whop. So she's like, don't lie, you know it was your child. And he finally did say he believes that was his child. Then the question was asked was, you know, did Stevie make her get an abortion or whatever the case may be? And she's like, no, she just didn't, you know, that wasn't the time for her, more or less. She's doing other things, and if she wanted to have her baby, she would have, basically. Okay, so I'll for them a day whole scenario, because it really wasn't, even though they was the main plot on this reunion, it wasn't that great where I was like, okay, yeah, okay, you know, I wouldn't like it. Okay, now, keeping in tone with Hasleen and Stevie, and let's get Miss Mimi and her grandstanding ass and her woman off the stage and go to Little Scrappy, Erica, and Hasleen and Stevie and the whole shit. Meanwhile, y'all, I didn't mention this because Scrappy and them, they kind of, they're on stage, but they sitting on these little couch area, Mama D and them, and they watching what's going on. And so they get up there, and Scrappy's like, well, Mona's like, let's put this shit aside. We couldn't really show the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Scrappy said, I put them paws on them. You know how he talking. He put the paws on them, and Stevie alludes to the fact that he slammed him. Old dude says, nah, we fell in the bushes with the guards and this and that and other. Hasleen and Erica's kind of lightweight, kind of have words or whatever, and Erica kind of butts in anyway on some other shit. Which, Erica, this is where I want to check you at. When you were saying, that's why you was, Stevie was saying something, and you said that's why you was wobbling when he hit you and this and that and other. You need to grow the fuck up. You really do. Because you seem too excited. Like that validated your love or whatever he had for you because he fought Stevie J. Stevie can't fight. And girl, you know Hustling whooped that ass and you don't want no part of it, but I know you. Even if you got your ass whooped, you one of them kind of bras gonna say what you got to say regardless, bitch. We're gonna argue every time. But you need to grow the fuck up on that. Stop being so excited about him putting hands on people and this and that and other. And, what was it? Hustling was like, well, no. Lil Scrappy said, well, I just basically was saying, what if I called your bitch a bitch? And Hustling was like, well, you know, I really wasn't fucked up about the bitch. It was just she was in my face and you was getting loud and this and that and other. And Hustling was on some, you know, she said, I misunderstood. And she apologized to you, Erica. So, bitch, I mean, you know, just say you mad just because y'all fought on GP. Just, I'm mad because we fought. You know, I'm going to forever dislike you. But she did apologize to you, and I can't see why you holding this shit and why you so enthralled in Scrappy fighting a motherfucker for you. He was just with the weed slayer. Girl, boo, I need you to stop and grow up on that. But you did look absolutely gorgeous up there on that stage, honey. I give it to you. So they have that conversation, and at one point Scrappy gets up, and did he have on leggings, y'all? Was them jeggings? Why was your motherfucking pants so tight, Scrappy? Damn. They look like stockings or tights on you. What the fuck? Talking about putting hands on you. Better hope them pants don't split. Meanwhile, they bring Mama D up on stage, and oh, okay. Mama D's up on stage. She starts saying, well, me being the queen, and if there's no order, and the princess, and this and that and other, and blah, blah, blah. And what I do want to say is, even though Lil Scrappy was saying what he was saying, Stevie still respected your mother, clapped for her and everything. And when Mama said that she just brings a different tone and brings it down when Mama D comes up, he was like, you know, most definitely this and that and other, and have respect for your mom or whatever. I'm going to need you to grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was kind of good, but what the fuck was Mama D even talking about? She's the queen, you the court gesture, because, listen, Mama D, sit your ass down, and we alright as bitch as long as you don't do no more hedge, clipping, scissors on a stage and a stripping scene with a pole no more. We fine, okay? We fine. And it just, get some help, honey. Just, I don't know. Anywho. So, yeah, I can't even talk about that, y'all, because I don't even know what the fuck she was talking about. Like, you know, it's just, anywho, what else? Now, let me see, what, did I miss anything? Apparently, on the next one, Scrappy's going to ask Erica to marry him, which they saying that they are engaged now anyway, which Erica, good luck with that. That's what I'm going to say about that. Am I leaving some shit out, y'all? Let me see. I talked about that. Hustling did have an outbreak with some of the people in the thing saying that they look a mess. Oh, let me mention, because I forgot. Then Mona mentioned that Funky Dineva was in there, and Funky Dineva had a question and asked Carly Red, which Carly got caught up in her shit all up and through on this. She just looked a fool the whole time, and she got up at some point and showed her ass and said that her ass was real. And if she did get an ass, she wouldn't have that ass or whatever, but apparently they seemed to think, and Mona was kind of like nothing else. Like Mona knows she done had that ass done somewhere in a 7-Eleven, and the bitch just went wrong. So, Funky Dineva says, Carly Red, you had said that you were signed by Cash Money, I believe, and you know, and whoever the managers was or whatever said that you have never been, you're not now, nor have you ever been signed to Cash Money. She wanted to go and try to explain some shit, but ultimately, at the end of the day, Funky Dineva, in that question, read her ass for filth, exposed her for the liar she was, and all of that. And I say shout out to Funky Dineva. I wish Funky Dineva was doing the questioning on this, because I think it would have been so much better. But then I think a lot of people would have got mad and would have been trying to put their hands on Funky Dineva, because she was going to read them down for filth. She was going to ask the real questions we wanted to know. You know, so that's basically the just, y'all. If I left some shit out, I wasn't that enthralled in the reunion. you know, that was pretty much it, you know, for me, and what stood out to me or whatever. What was worth talking about as far as I'm concerned. What's his name was there? The one Carly Red was with. I can't wait for him to get up on stage and really get into what went on with them. Um, I cannot wait until, and I don't know if they added this shit in, but from what I heard, K. Michelle hit Rashida or some shit like that. I don't know. But K, honey, boo boo, don't give Rashida no more motherfucking time. Let that bitch just, I need her to sit down somewhere. Just sit the fuck down, Rashida, please. Acting like you, girl, stop. Okay, stop. And then you talked about how, who was that who said, did you see her teeth when she had this? So the fuck what? Okay. It don't change the fact, you know, that something did happen, that your ass was faulty or whatever, when you really could have just been like to both of them, I don't have shit to do with neither, so don't talk to me about the situation. Then you could have been friends with both. That's that, but you couldn't do that. You know, but anywho, so y'all, that's just what I think. The reunion was just, it was just okay. So if I left some shit out, by all means, do a video or drop it below and let me know what I left out. If you haven't seen the reunion or whatever, it is on the Much Love site. So, you know, it's up on there. So, you know, go back and check it out or whatever. So I'm out of here, y'all. Much love. I hope y'all can hear this. I pray y'all can hear me because I tried to talk extra loud, because I wanted to do a direct upload, and sorry if it's pausing or whatever. So I'm out of here. Wanted to get this up and all of that. So I'm out. Much love.